In this video, I'm going to compare the PetKit Purobot Max Pro 2 with the Litter Robot 5 Pro. These are two top tier boxes that are very well loved, and I am hoping to give you a good breakdown of the similarities and differences between them. Now, full disclosure, I was gifted both of these boxes. Let's get into it. Now, before I get close up and show you all the safety features and how these clean and all those great details, I just want you to see how these boxes look next to each other. When it comes to their overall footprint, it's actually pretty comparable. The PetKit is a little wider and less deep, whereas the Litter Robot is a little narrower and a little deeper. So just think about that. These both are going to fit in your space about the same. I think the main difference is the height. You can see that the PetKit box is much shorter. And then another key piece is that the PetKit box, the drum is actually on the outside. So if something rubs up against this, it is going to stop the drum from spinning. Whereas the Litter Robot, the drum is entirely enclosed. So hypothetically, something could rub up against this and it wouldn't impact it. Though both of these boxes do recommend to give space from everything around them. And while we're talking about size, I do want to talk about how easily accessible these boxes are for your cat. The PetKit box is about 10 inches to the entrance, and then the entrance itself is about 10.5 by about 10.5, almost 11 actually. So it has a nice large entry. It's not too tall from the floor, though you can add a ramp if that is too tall for your kitty. Then it is a fully enclosed drum. Though I actually find this to be very spacious for larger cats up to a certain size. I don't know if I'd go past 15, maybe 16 pounds with these. Once you get up into the larger cats, it's really dependent on how willing your cat is to kind of back themselves in there. A lot of cats will get grumpy if they're too confined, so that's something to keep in mind with all closed drum boxes. But the interior of this box, when filled with litter, is roughly 14 inches deep by 15 inches wide. So it's a nice, spacious size in there. It has a good amount of depth to the litter in the bottom, so everything's not just going to stick to the bottom. Really good on the sizing. As for the Litter Robot, it actually comes with a built-in step. So up to the step is 7 inches, and then up all the way to the top is actually 17 inches. A lot of cats might put their paws on the step and look in, or they might skip it entirely and just jump in. Really depends on the cat. If for any reason this is too high, you can remove this lip, and then it's only 13 inches. So it's still higher to jump into the Litter Robot, whichever way you have it set up. Something to keep in mind with this one, especially if you have older cats or more timid cats. As for the interior, I'm going to put the lip on, as I do think the lip is a key piece, as it actually helps prevent litter from falling down between the drum and the exterior. With that on, the entrance is huge, as you can see. It's about 13 inches by 16 inches at its longest points. So you really have a very open drum here. And then inside the drum, it's roughly 14 inches deep by 16 or 17 inches wide, depending on how much litter you have in it. So it's a very spacious design. And if your cat is willing to jump into it, this should be very welcoming for most kitties. Now I want to talk about odor control. I'm going to start with the Litter Robot this time. With odor control, the Litter Robot has a very open drawer, which I don't like because it can be very stinky, especially when it spins and it's completely open to this drawer. So it can be more smelly, but it does have a built-in deodorizer that you have to take it fully apart to get to. So I'm going to pop it open here, and then I can pull out the entire drum. And once I pull out the entire drum, on the absolute bottom of it is a carbon filter, which you can see right here. This is recommended to be replaced every 30 days. It's just an activated carbon filter that usually is sitting right over the litter box. It's not the easiest to get to, but it should help quite a bit. with being an actual deodorizer, not adding any smells to your space. Now, in the process of showing you that filter, I actually managed to spill a ton of litter through the hole onto the floor, so I just cleaned that up. But that is one thing to keep in mind here. Changing that filter is not the easiest. Let me show you the inside of this while I have it all taken apart here. As this is what it looks like. Please note there's actually nothing dirty in here. I've just been testing it with water and litter, but there is your litter drawer and how much it can open up. You have these bits of cloth that actually almost like brush-like material that are really meant as odor blockers that you do need to replace over time. This is the gear that will spin it. This is the main control. And as you can see, there's a lot of funny little places where litter can collect over time. So this can get pretty dirty in here, but also, like all these boxes, just a quick vacuuming job and you're gonna be back in shape. So I'll put this one back together, which is a combination of using this key and the drum to click it all back into place. Now this key, before I put it in, I just want to point out that this is actually a piece that can be used for an additional litter hopper that you can install on this. There are additional elements you can add to this box, and this is the only box I've tested that has replaceable parts. I think this box feels a little rougher around the edges because of that, but it's actually a pretty solid box. Now the PetKit has better deodorizing in my opinion. It has a much more narrow drawer that is actually covered at all times with a sealed door that opens slightly as everything shoots into the drawer and is closed otherwise. And then the drawer itself has a deodorizing block, and there's a deodorizing block right here that you can use at any time. You can schedule this to run, or it can run during cleanings. And what this is going to do is actually blow air through the deodorizer and into the drum, really helping to not only deodorize, take out the smells, but also potentially provide some scents. Now, I personally do not like the smell that PetKit's deodorizers have, so I have added my own deodorizing gel blocks to these after trying quite a few. So that's something that's up to you, and you do have some control there on what you put in these blocks. And while that's open, I'll just show you how this drum comes out, as it just unlocks on the side and then pops out very cleanly. And then you have your base. This is the gear that controls it, and it spins this large gear on the side. Now, when it comes to safety, I absolutely love the PetKit Purobot Pro Max. The main piece is that there are no pinch points. This spins in such a way and spins back that this door never ever closes, and the litter, the dirty litter, will actually go down a little chute through an opening that's always open and not accessible to the cats. So really, really safe off the bat. On top of that, according to the brand, this has 12 sensors. It has weight detection, infrared proximity, obstruction detection, anti-pinch safety detection, and it has an AI camera for presence confirmation. So there's a lot going on, and I want to show you exactly how that works. So I'm going to start it running, and while I do, I'm actually going to have that camera running as well, so you can see it on the inside. And so I will just hit scoop and let it run. First thing, if a cat comes up to it on the front, it's going to sense them immediately and react. It says it senses a cat, so I'll move that away. Next part, if you put weight on any part of it, it's going to stop. So if I put weight on the outside of it, it'll stop. And if I put weight on the drum itself, it'll stop. So as you can see, it's very responsive. Something to keep in mind is obviously that weight sensor is more important than this proximity sensor if a cat can access it from behind. But since there are 0 pinch points, I never am concerned about this box. So now you can see in the app how it spins and how it's going to collect all of the litter. And I really, really love the camera on this. It's a very clean camera, and without having to subscribe, you get 24 hours of footage, which is just fantastic because usually when something's going on, you're usually wanting that footage within 24 hours as you see something's going on with your kitty that you want record of, at least for me. And this litter box, actually the one prior, the Purobot Max Pro, not the 2, was the reason why we knew it was time to put down our old kitty this summer. So it has made a really clear difference for our family and our pets. Now, as it's spinning, you may see that it flashes every once in a while, and that is the AI detection. PetKit has one of the most advanced AI camera systems out there. They've been working on it the longest. This actually has pH detection for the urine if you're using their urine detection litter. It also will track stool, and it will record your cat and let you know if they cry or yowl while they're using the box. So I'll let that finish. Now, the Litter Robot Pro actually has 2 cameras. So I'm gonna set those up first. It has a camera that will look into my room, as you can see, not much going on there. And then it has a camera right inside the box. It's right here, aiming down into the globe. So while this one cleans, I'll have the camera running. And with this box, it does spin all the way, and it does have a pinch point. So I expect a lot more from this box because of that in safety redundancies. And while Litter Robot doesn't specifically say how many sensors this has, it does say that it has weight detection, and infrared curtain laser sensors at the entry, which I'll tell you right now, these are the most responsive. So you'll see those in a moment when I show you how this works. It also has obstruction detection sensors, pinch bar safety mechanism, and a waste drawer level sensor. So let's put this to the test. I'm gonna turn it on. And the first thing I'm gonna do is try to run my hand up to the front of it, see if it reacts at all with that front camera. And it is not reacting at all to the front camera. So I'm gonna put my hand inside, and it took a little while, but it did detect a cat. So that did work, but again, that was a little slower than I wanted to see. Now I'm gonna put some weight on it. It's much more responsive to the weight, so that to me is the key piece here, that they're relying mostly on recognizing your cat's weight. And that's why most of these boxes are not recommended for kittens or cats under particular weights. Each box is slightly different, so please look to the box itself. I don't want to say any numbers that may change over time, but it's really, really important that your cat's weight will trip the sensors. Now what's going to happen here is it's going to spin, and that opening is going to go over the dirty litter drawer. And this is the key pinch point. Now, when I put my hand in here, it's not recognizing my hand at all, which does concern me again because it should have recognized it from the camera, but it's not. But weight should have worked. So I'll put some weight down. Weight did work. So if there had been any weight, that would have worked. And I will tell you that these curtain sensors were working better before. That's why you have redundancies. But inside this box, it did have a pinch bar on one side, and it actually has a pinch bar on the other side as well. So I'm gonna take my hand out and get it to start going again, as it's definitely detecting me now. Now right here, this is a pinch bar, it's a button. And every time that button gets pushed, it's gonna open back up. And then it's gonna wait, and then it will do it again. And it's actually alerting me on the app as well that there was an obstruction detected. So it definitely warns you, which is really important because that is the key spot that you want to make sure that there isn't a cat in it. So I'm definitely not as impressed with the safety features of the Litter Robot. However, I will point out that it has been around for a long time. It's a very well-loved brand. They have definitely done all their safety testing. I know they have, and it does have a lot of safety redundancies. There's no way a cat ever should be in the drum when there is a possibility for pinching. If for some crazy reason a cat is, those pinch bars are physical very obvious stopping points for the drum. So I really do like the safety features on it. I just love a box that doesn't have any of those concerns. So that's where my head is with that. And as for sound, I recorded both of them as they were coming back through their cleaning cycle, and they're very comparable in sound. I would say that the PetKit is just slightly quieter, but they both just have a pretty calm whir. The PetKit box can have the back little filter here, kind of do a slight plastic knock when it spins back into place, and they both are going to be the noisiest when there is a number 2 that is dumping into the bottom drawer. And I do want to talk to the AI cameras just a little bit more. The litter robot will also recognize if there is a number 2 in the box, but it's not going to give you the same kind of details that the PetKit will. It's not going to alert you on anything, but it will change the way it cleans. If it sees a number 2, it's going to clean faster. That may be a pro or a con, depending on what type of litter you have and whether your cat did a messy number 2 that you want to have be more dehydrated before it gets rotated through the whole machine. But that is what it does there. And both machines are designed to recognize your cat visually. So that's something I would love to see someone who has 2 sibling cats that look exactly the same test, as I am curious how skilled those AI cameras are. But so far the AI cameras have no problem recognizing my cat. And when I did have 2 cats, PetKit had no problem either. It probably didn't hurt that they were different weights and completely different colors. Now, to wrap this up, these boxes do come at very different price points. The PetKit Purobot Max Pro 2 is more mid-range. It's definitely not in the affordable boxes, but it's not in the very expensive boxes. The litter robot is the top tier, one of the most expensive boxes out there. And I have a hard time rationalizing that. Now, some people rationalize that because the litter robot has replaceable parts. You can replace most anything on the box, and you can add a couple accessories to it, specifically a litter hopper. So you can add a hopper that will add clean litter to the box for you. And I think that element really appeals to a lot of people, but personally, it makes the litter robot feel much rougher around the edges for me. And I recognize that the cost of those parts also adds up. And the reality is that I have used PetKit boxes for years, and even the first one I ever had is still running. The only reason I no longer have it is because I have started testing lots of boxes, but my first one, which was the OG PetKit Puro Max, is still at my friend's house being used by 4 cats every day, and it is, I think, about 3.5 years old now, and it still runs great. So I have been really happy with this brand. Now, clearly I'm biased here. I really, really love this box. I do think it is the best box I've tested so far, but I do see why people love the Litter Robot 5 Pro and Litter Robot in general. I see the appeal, especially with those replaceable parts, and it is a really clean box as well. I just wish it didn't have all those pinch points. I wish it was more responsive in its safety features. Those are just the key pieces that would keep me away from a box like that. And then, of course, the price. But I hope this video helps you really see the differences between these 2 boxes and helps you make a decision. They're still both really great boxes, very high quality. They come from great brands. I think you will be happy with either one. I just prefer this one.